Okay, so here's the map, and I've shown this in another video, but now the table's essentially done. I just haphazard put some, I've got woods in the woods, so I guess that's good. I guess I have enough trees. I didn't have enough road, so I had to cut some out with fabric. I didn't have enough forest floor, which is a fabric like this, so I had to cut it out of brown. That's okay, it worked, and the roads are kind of jingle-jangled about, but we'll work through it. Basically, I'm going to have, not this few, I'm still getting out the armies. British Paras against German. British Paras are going to be landing up here, I think over here. I still have to read the scenario, get it figured out. Going for a couple of the building objectives over there. I find it interesting. So command decision's really terrain heavy. This is based on a command decision map here, and they're very terrain heavy, and they're usually big tables. This is a big table. And it's a lot. Pardon me. It's a lot to get terrain for this. Like I said, I had to kind of figure stuff out. Like this is like a trail almost, but it should be a road. And I'd probably make this a concrete road or whatever, metalled road. And I'm okay with the town. Let's go check it out. It's a big board. I did have enough hedges because I found this lichen, so that was cool. I didn't have to use my little pot washer thing. I need to clean up my mess there. So I've left some of the tops of buildings. I mean, this is the first time I'm using that. That's fun. And it looks really good, I think. Oh, and that building, this building as well. First time I'm using that. So that's cool. I got some troops in there. You put them on a roster, and I did get some other bases painted, for trees. I'm doing whatever I can to get some trees built. So they definitely could use more flock and all that stuff. So, can you ever have enough terrain? So trees, lichen, loose flock like that. It'll all be good. Okay, so hopefully you'll see some games on this, and so go check out those channels and watch for it. And I'll probably play some Blitzkrieg Commander on here. Probably play a little bolt action, like maybe bolt action on a smaller side. So this is 8 foot by 6 foot. So it's two 6x4s together on top of a air hockey table that is no longer working. So I just bolted these bad boys, two pieces of plywood to the top of the table, and have a game table. All right, so I'm sure I'll try a couple games since it took me so long to get this set up. Probably play a few games on it, just to give it a go, as it were. All right, that's that. We'll talk to you later. All right, into turn one, that smoke screen will come off. So the British smoked the town over there, the station. Helped a little bit, blocked a little bit of line of sight, but not enough because the Germans were able to mortar recon transport jeep out. It's good, it gets rid of their machine gun, which does a little bit of damage at range. But their guys dismounted and suppressed. That's first blood for sure. Pretty good moves on the British. They got up here pretty far. So they had some good moves, so I didn't suffer too bad. They only got their vehicles cannot go over. This is an elevated railway, so they can't get up there. And as the German, I put my engineer and my troops in there, and I suddenly thought I probably shouldn't do that because and no one will be able to see anybody until troops get on top of this, so they can't see over that. So it's elevated, so you can't shoot from behind it. But I'm almost wondering, should the Germans just give that up, let the British have that, and back up? But I'll see. I'll spend a little bit of time in there. Getting guys out of buildings is hard, so they'll be okay for a little bit. On the British right, they got up here pretty far. I need to see if there's I thought there was a benefit to moving in roads in the new edition. I'll have to check that because they'd spend all their time moving on roads. This was the only failure I had. He rolled and failed, so he moved on up here to actually. And I'm also, so that's that. They kind of moved up. So slow movement on the right flank. I'm trying a new thing here. I've played enough Blitzkrieg Commander. I'm starting to do some more house rule stuff, but I'm doing this thing where I'm the command radius. If it's a 7, it's a 20 centimeter radius. 8 is 30. 9 is 40. 10 is 50. Iraqi doesn't have it. And what that means is when the units get a certain distance from the commander, they start taking a penalty. And at the command levels, I want to increase a little bit, so just because for better commanded troops. We'll see how that affects it, instead of the 20 for everybody. All right, need to check the road rules. Road rules, my goodness. I may have to do this in several videos. And that's that for that. We'll see you. Maybe we should get a shot from down here in the action. These are limber, unlimber tokens. I do want to bring my mortar up a little bit further before I do anything there. So there we are, moving in. We'll see. Okay, getting ready to start this large battle here. 16 turns. That's what command decision goes. I'll just go with that for Blitzkrieg Commander and see how it goes. I'm not too sure about big battles with Blitzkrieg Commander. I mean, people do it all the time, but as a solo, I'm not so sure. Now, the interesting thing about the British is they're really high. They're 9s, but they don't have a commander because the radio problems. So in command decision, they took them out. I thought, I'll try that. I'll take that out because normally it'd be a 10 for the British. That's awesome. So British paraplatoon starts here. Company. This would be a company, right? Starts here, and there is the close landing zone. Then we have the 2 recce coming on over here, and then the other British. I guess that's not a company. That'd be a brigade, and that's the same over here. Battalion. I'm sorry, battalions. Jiminy. That battalion will be coming on that road. I've got some pre-assigned artillery going here on turn 2. I think turn 3, turn 6 or 7 or 7 or 8. I'm not sure. And like 10 or 12 way down there. They have to get 4 of these objectives. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And so I'm probably gonna go for that one, but we'll see how that goes. That's way down there, and I can always change those assets, I believe. The timing on this is gonna be interesting. These guys are in a foxholes. There could be a gun here, there, or there, and I've set little things and I'll roll for it and we'll see, kind of make it random. Unless the Germans get some sort of amazing shot, and then I'll roll and see where it shows up. And basically they've just got companies protecting here, and I think it's over there is where they had to be put. And then I've got some guys here, machine guns, and then I've got the gun set up over there. You can see all the way down this road, but I've also set this to make it random. So there we go. That's a long enough intro. We'll see after we get. I don't know if I'll do every turn because that'll be long. So we'll see. Okay, just a quick recap here. So we're at the end of turn 3, so the beginning of turn 4. The British are making pretty decent progress, relatively speaking. 3 turns in, they're this far, so another 3 turns. I mean, they have 16 turns to make it happen. They have taken pretty heavy losses. They've lost 2 units of a company, 2 platoons, and now this one's down to 2 more hits. So that's kind of rough. We've lost, and also lost a recce. This guy's got 3 hits here, and he's got 3 hits. But the Germans are starting to pull back on this right side, and British right, kind of planned. And but it's still good progress, and then there'll be a fight for this town, but there'll be some machine gun and mortar fire to support. But that's got to support all this stuff, and at some point these guys need to start pulling back. I made a mistake in putting these guys in this building. The Germans really should have just stayed up front, shot a little bit, and then just started moving back, because you can lose 1, maybe support this defense of this town, or maybe just move back and support them, because they could get even 2, and they still have to capture 3. So there's more, and they don't have a lot of defending units here, here, and here. I put them really far forward. So my goal now is to get these guys just booking it back down, get back to these 2 at least, or maybe go support this. Anyway, that's the thought there. These are non-heroes for the game. They have blundered twice. That means I've rolled a 12 twice for them. And they caused a unit here to take a bunch of shots, and he was later eliminated. And then, was it a guy over there? No, they did it again, and the unit closest to an enemy unit had to move away from a unit, or move towards that unit. Anyway. They had to move in a weird direction, so these guys, but they got recovered back. But I've really had really good command rolls. I know maybe 9 is too high. The Germans have actually had some good command rolls too. This machine gun down here has done exactly what it was to do, guard this road. And that mortar's been doing its job over there. So that's that, and so that's the action after turns 2 and 3, 1, 2, and 3. All right, and we'll come back later. See ya. Well, game over. Player morale? Well, so I got through turn 4 of 16, so a quarter of the way through. And it's funny. And I got this playing a board game that's big. Stage of Life, I don't think I'm really in for it for the big games right now. And what's funny is I kind of worked towards this. I mean, obviously I had a lot more work to do. And I'm kind of catching it now before I do go through a lot more of that work to make this a better table, because this is not a good table. I mean, in my opinion, for me it's not good. It's a fine table, you can play the game, it's all good, and I was playing it. But I just would want consistency in the layout, But anyway, and it's not so much that, but it's just I don't think I'm. I just don't. I'm like, you know what? I'm good. I've played. I need smaller games. I need to be able to sit down in a game and finish it, and if not one, maybe 2 or 3 sessions. I mean, this will be a long time. This will be many sessions of playing this. So that's cool. Hey, it happens. Kind of learning. The last 4 months I've learned a lot about myself, in the both work and personal side. But my furlough does end, and I'm going back to work, which is a good thing. But it will I know for the first week or 2, it's going to be kind of like mentally overwhelming. I've never had 4 months off from work and then diving back in. Like our kids are always real tired after going back to school after the summer, right? That first couple days. So I kind of imagine that's going to happen because I haven't had to do that routine. So that'll be interesting. I'm kind of giving myself some slack to kind of not, kind of be prepared for that kind of mental tiredness, but we'll see. Maybe not. Maybe I'll go back and be energized because I haven't had that for so long, but we'll see. What else? So I'm going to do smaller games okay, so that's that. And so that's that for that game. I might come back and give a few thoughts on something else in another video about 6 mil, 15 mil. So, all right, that's it all, and we'll talk to you, and we'll get some smaller Blitzkrieg Commander games going here to just kind of keep me involved in it. That's it. I'm not giving up Blitzkrieg or the gaming, just these big games. And this is a big game for one person. I'd be fine doing this with multiple people, because then we get the game done in a day, right? So, all right, that's that, and we'll chat with y'all later. Bye.